Hello everyone, my name is Parsai. I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant. I also teach immigration consulting at Ashton College. I'm also the author of the bestseller book 88 Tips on Immigration to Canada, which is available on Amazon websites. Today I would like to talk about an interesting topic, the processing time for immigration. Believe it or not, I've been practicing immigration independently for the past 9+ years, and this is a question that I had to answer to my clients pretty much every single day: when my application will be processed. The reality is that nobody can clearly predict the processing time of your application. Of course, if you go on IRCC website with the immigration, which is the Immigration Authority of Canada, and visit their website and look up processing time, they ask you about the type of application that you have, and based on that, they give you a prediction of the processing time. But to be honest with you, that processing time is not very precise. Why? Because first of all, the processing time depends on the generic policies of the immigration authorities. I'll give you an example. A few years ago, the government of Canada kind of abandoned processing the sponsorship applications for parents and grandparents, to the point that the predicted processing time for those applications reached anywhere between 10 to 15 years. And then suddenly the policy changed, and now the processing time of most parental sponsorship applications is less than 2 years. So those policies could affect the processing time. The second issue is the visa office that is processing your application. And depending on their workload or internal directions that they have, the processing time of application could, for the same application, could be different if you send that application, for example, to Abu Dhabi office, comparing to Vienna office, comparing to Ankara office. And I've seen this over and over again among similar applications that we sent to different visa offices, and the processing time was drastically different. The third one depends on the immigration officer. Immigration officers are human beings. So in other words, we have some immigration officers that, they looked into every single line of the documents that you are reviewing, you have submitted, and they review them, and then based on that make decisions. So some of the immigration officers are more time consuming other than the others. And the last is about, of course, and probably the most important part, is about the complexities of your own case. Yes, you may apply for work permit, and your friend is also applying for work permit, but the complexities of your case could be completely different from their case. So depending on, for example, the family complexities, background, the kind of documents that you have submitted, etc., etc. So based on all of these factors that I explained, the processing time could be vastly different from your expectations. So my word of advice to you is that when you submit an application for immigration to Canada, simply continue your regular life. And I know that it's not 100% possible, but try to disengage yourself from your immigration application or visa application and focus on your normal life. And believe me, someday they will get in touch with you. I share with you an example. One of my clients, they received their medical examination request in mid-2018. And usually when you go through the medical examination, in a matter of weeks, you receive passport request and you can travel to Canada as a permanent resident of Canada. In their case, they said, okay, we did medical examination, they sold everything they had, and they moved to their parents. But funny thing is that the processing of their background check took more than 18 months, and that affected their life significantly. They eventually managed to come to Canada, but imagine 18 months on top of their regular waiting time. And that's what you need to keep in mind. Sometimes the application will be reviewed fairly quickly, and sometimes it takes a very long time. And on the other hand, you also need to keep in mind that sometimes your application will be refused. And if you do not stick with your normal life, then that refusal will exacerbate the decisions that you have made regarding your work or your life. I hope you enjoyed this video, and by watching this, you're calmer when you submit your application to immigration authorities. See you soon.